Hello. With a new episode of Idiot News Network, I present to you, uh, I, um, let's think. How about we just get right into the video? Biden. Will he pack the Supreme Court? Will he not? Who knows? I mean, he could just flat out destroy the Supreme Court. Have one justice. Yes. Not nine? Too much. One? Yes. Functional Supreme Court or non functional Supreme Court? Yes, Supreme Court or no. So if there's like another Black Death, we're going to. Oh! Okay, so if a bunch of Supreme Court justices die, we're going to have a lot of dysfunctional Supreme Courts. You know, if my theory of Biden will turn the justices to one. Anyways, the US Supreme Court, the highest court in America. Justices appointed for life. Also, what moron thought this would be a good idea? Whoever did is probably problematic. Anyways, which, since whoever did it is probably now problematic, Democrats want to expand the Supreme Court, otherwise known as packing the court, or court packing if you're 50 years old and drink Bud Light, and that's your only notable trait. Or you're a millennial and only drink White Claw. I'm going after alcohol consumers. Then again, I'll probably become an alcohol addicted to scotch. At least I take hard liquor. Shit joke and shit continuing. Perfect for this channel. So, along with Biden's promises to, gun control and messing with the AFT, um, Biden promised that he would, have a committee investigate, the court. But if you were to actually drink hard liquor like me, let's keep this ball rolling because I thought of a better punchline. Well, you'd call it making the court more supreme. Yeah, it's a better punchline. Shut up. But during the campaign, Mr. Harris over here, sorry, Biden, sorry, I got that confused, said he was against it.
Fan of court packing.
I'm not a fan of court packing, is what Mr. Biden said. But he kind of contradicted himself. He may have taken a first step. An executive order, yes, this is an executive order, on the establishment of the Presidential Commission on the Supreme Court of the United States. And the commission's purpose is to provide an analysis of the court's role in the constitutional system, the length of service, turnover of justices on the court, the membership and size of the court, and the court's case selection rules and practices. Basically, it's going to if everything is taken to the extreme, it can kind of dissolve the Supreme Court. Or it can at least outsource or make it useless. So, yeah, I'm not saying it will. In fact, I'm certainly sure that it won't. I am almost certainly sure. Jesus fucking Christ. I am sure that it won't go to that, but there could be some minor changes that could have serious ramifications. And the commission has 180 days to make its decision. Or at least, say, hey Biden. Maybe? But I also played a clip saying he's not in favor of packing the court, and Biden doesn't have to do what the commission says, but he is actually keeping through with his promises, so clap. Ready?
What I will do is I'll put together a national commission of bipartisan commission of scholars, constitutional scholars, Democrats, Republicans, liberal, conservative, and I will ask them to over 180 days come back to me with recommendations as to how to reform the court system because it's getting out of whack. the way in which it's being handled. And it's not about court packing. There's a number of other things that our constitutional scholars have debated, and I'd look to see what recommendations that commission might make.
So, Biden's commission has 36 members, which we don't need to go read all of them off, but it's got Republicans angry because the majority is liberal, or at least rated liberal. Doesn't really matter, but they're rated liberal. And it's got liberals mad. Why? Because there's no pro-packing advocates. So, another point to Biden. He's trying to make it objective. Nah. But, like I mentioned, Biden doesn't have to do anything and hasn't agreed to do anything. So basically, Kamala Harris has either, turned up his stairs machine way too high, or, well, he just wants to appease everybody. I'm voting on the former. But a law professor at George Washington University says it could be an effort to defuse the left while sentencing the court packing scheme to death by commission, a favorite lethal practice in Washington. Hey, no, death by commission equal good death. I don't care. Everything dies in commission. Except for AOCs. They die on the House floor because they didn't make it there. But in 1983, Biden called the court packing a boneheaded idea. So, yeah. But back to Biden. Anyways, Biden called it a boneheaded idea because, well, it would bring into question the legitimacy of. I need to go to a fucking speech and language class. Jesus fucking Christ. A legitimacy of the Supreme Court. And to confirm my suspicions, Slate Magazine, a left-wing news organization, just if you want evidence, just go look at their site. I mean, yeah. By the way, Slate's pro court reform. Just should put that out there. And the headline says Biden's Supreme Court Reform Commission shows he doesn't really want reform. I mean, I can relate. Everything I've ever done is pretend to, do something, and then, just play Candy Crush. What, you're on a level 10 million? Jeez, amateurs. Back to Slate. The first red flag of Biden's unwillingness is the Commission's task, not to produce action items or not recommendations, but to study issues that have already been studied to death. Well, we're just studying a corpse. Come on, at least it's not bones yet. And Slate, to summarize it, because they've put it in a very boring way, as Slate does. Basically, he's not serious because he's not putting any activists on there. Yeah, okay. Next. But one of the committee members is Michael Walden, head of the Brennan Center for Justice. I've talked about them before. They have some interesting things. Anyways, he actually is, I think it's pro term limit. So while Slate's thing is technically correct, it's dishonest. But Biden rejected, term limits, basically saying it's a lifetime appointment. It's going to be a lifetime appointment. But proponents of the term limits say it will depoliticize the Supreme Court, because Supreme Court nominations won't be such an important event. Proponents of it say it will encourage politicization because, well, judges are now going to have to be politicians. But we should continue to a bit of a history lesson. In the 1930s, President Franklin D. Roosevelt actually almost expanded the court. Why? Because the Supreme Court was annoying him by saying, his New Deal laws were unconstitutional. Yeah, Congress didn't like that. But FDR's attempt to pack the court was more, an attempt to get his policies through than to actually make the court fair. So, yeah. Wait a second. FDR would have liked Facebook. I mean, creating an echo chamber and blocking everybody that you disagree. I mean, what's the difference? But some in favor of court packing are doing the exact same thing and admitting it from BuzzFeed because, of course, Biden. Here, basically, the entire article is about why Biden needs to pack the court to quote undo Trump's legacy on the bench. So yeah, not making it fair. And The Nation says there is no progressive future without any serious fight to reclaim judiciaries from the grips of conservative judges. So yeah, again, not trying to make the thing more fair, just straight up trying to go metal. Yeah. But Justice Breyer, a Supreme Court justice who's a liberal, or at least is rated liberal, basically says, don't do that. Why? Because, well, Republicans will do it. Look, we don't want to start a trend, because pretty soon, I'll be a justice. What? I already am? That was an awkward pause. But anyways, people are now demanding he resign. No, that's not a joke. It is a joke. What the chicken cross the road? I have bad grammar. Let's continue. But basically, their logic comes down to yes, we need to go replace this person so we can get someone hip and new. I can't believe I just said that. I want to go cut my femoral artery, which is in your leg, just so you know. But Biden's not pressuring the justice to retire, and well, no news on if he's pressuring him to die. In fact, no news if he's even talked to him at all, in general. So yeah, what's your opinion on this issue? End of video, bye.